Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Rank and I'm the volunteer coordinator for Project Purpose. Today we're going to do a training specifically on how to work with your student if they're in 3rd through 5th grade. Sometimes it can be really challenging to go into a tutoring session because you're not quite sure what to work on, or it's been a while since you yourself have been in school and you don't remember what was I learning when I was in 3rd through 5th grade. Well, today I hope to cover some of that information so you feel better equipped to work with your student. We have developed a tutoring planning sheet for you. The first thing you're going to do is ask your student if they have homework. If they do, then spend your time working on homework. If they finish their homework early, or if they don't have homework, then you can jump down and pick some of the activities we have listed. We encourage you to pick 3 different activities and spend about 15 minutes on each. You can end your tutoring session by doing something fun together. If your student is motivated by our prize box, you can use this sheet, and if they're able to complete their homework or complete 3 of the activities you pick, then they can earn a prize. Some students aren't motivated by our prize bin, and that's completely fine. You don't need to utilize that as a tool then. For 3rd to 5th grade students, prioritize working on homework and studying for upcoming tests and quizzes. At this age, most of our students' homework, study guides, and textbooks are on their school-issued tablet. If your student is often coming to tutoring without this item, please feel free to reach out to Marcy or myself, and we can help you in communicating with their parents and their teachers to ensure that they're coming to tutoring with their tablet. So if your student is bringing homework and projects, that is wonderful. But many of our students won't always have homework with them, or they may not have homework at all. You can have your student show you and talk about their current grades. For our Pottsgrove School District students, you may be able to log into Schoology or SchoolLink on their tablet with them. You can ask them questions such as, what are they feeling proud of? What would they like to improve? And from that, you can set some reasonable goals together. You can look for missing assignments, patterns in unfinished work, or poor grades that can help your student troubleshoot. And then you can also help them make a plan for upcoming assignments. Talk about how many minutes each day or what time of day they're going to study or work on their assignments. And be an encouragement and an accountability partner. You're someone who can speak life into them and encouragement in their schoolwork. The next thing we're going to do is talk specifically about some of these subject areas. First, we'll start with reading a book. Reading a book can build a fluency and comprehension for your student. Choose a book that's appropriate for their reading level. Most of the students will be between the level G and P. If you find that there's more than 5 to 7 words on a page that your student doesn't understand or is able to read, then I would encourage you to pick a lower level book. That will ensure that the student has success and isn't frustrated. While you're reading and prior to reading, talk about the book. Make predictions. Ask questions about what's going on. Make connections while you read. This all helps to build your students' comprehension. After the book is done, talk about what you read. Have the student retell the story in their own words. Or grab some paper and write a 1 to 3 sentence summary about the book, and then compare your summaries to see if they match. The next subject we're going to talk about is practicing math skills. I would encourage you to reference your students' packet or math homework to know where they're at in math and what they're working on. I'll still go over a list of different skills that they're learning in grades 3 through 5. One thing that you can work on is number identification. You can also do estimating and rounding numbers to the nearest 10, 100, or 1,000 place. You can work on money skills, bill and coin identification, adding and subtracting money, buying items with money, making change, We have play money in the office that you can utilize for this. Telling time. Have them tell time to the hour, half hour, every 15, 10, and 5-minute interval. Do a lapse time, so the time it took from the start of an activity to the end of an activity. Working on a digital and analog clock. Setting clocks to a specific time. You can also work on adding and subtracting into the 10,000s. Start without borrowing or carrying, then progress to this. Most likely our kids will call this regrouping. Next, you could work on multiplication and division. Practice basic facts. Help your students memorize their times tables. Do simple 2 to 3 digit multiplication, simple division and long division with and without remainders. You can find the area and perimeter of a shape. You can work on order of operations. You can do exponents and expanded form, prime and composite numbers, factors, prime factorization and factor trees, fractions, decimals, and percents. And you can compare and order from the least to the greatest and convert from one to the other. Like I said, there's a lot to cover in math, but I would encourage you to look at their packet and also to look at their homework to know what they're working on in math. Next area we're going to talk about is writing skills. One thing you can do is grab some line paper from our office and practice writing simple sentences about what you've read about. You can have them write their first or last name, work on writing their numbers, letters, drawing shapes. Another idea is making a simple book together. You can fold paper in half and draw pictures on the top half, and then have your student write sentences about the story on the bottom half. Whenever you're working on homework or in your packet, encourage your student to write in full sentences. You can practice using the question to form an answer. So for an example, if the question is, what is the motivation of Leah in this chapter? Your student would respond by writing, in this chapter, Leah's motivation is. If your student has to write a paragraph, encourage them to use 3 to 5 sentences for their paragraph. Help your student practice their signature. You can also practice your researching and writing skills. So pick a topic and you both research it, and then independently write out 3 facts about that topic, and then share and compare your facts. Lastly, one fun thing you can do is you can make a silly drawing or a doodle and challenge your student to tell you a story about the doodle. Have them write the sentences out in their own words. And this really encourages writing, and you're not looking for perfection in this. Our students really enjoy coming to tutoring, and I would encourage you to end your session with something fun together. It could be a game, drawing or coloring, working on a STEM Kiwi crate. Really, the sky's the limit, and you're always welcome to bring a fun activity to tutoring. Lastly, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for taking time to become better equipped to work with your student. Thank you for taking time out of your week to encourage them in their homework and in who God has created them to be.